President-elect Joe Biden updated Americans on the COVID-19 pandemic today. You saw it right there, asking Americans to use this challenge as an opportunity to come together. This as President Trump continues challenging the election results in court. Fox's Ali Rafa is out in Wilmington, Delaware tonight. She joins us live. Ali, what's the latest out there?
Hey, Daytona. Well, as you heard, Biden made his first appearance since his victory speech on Saturday here in Wilmington with his Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. The two sat down for a COVID-19 briefing with this advisory board that Biden rolled out today. This board will be tasked with ensuring vaccine safety, protecting at-risk populations, managing surges in infections. They'll also be advising the president-elect as he implements nationwide mask mandates. Biden also laid out plans to expand and ramp up production of PPE, of more testing, making testing more widely available to minority communities. And this comes the same day Pfizer announces that the early data in their vaccine shows that it is 90% effective. But Biden, in that speech, admitted that a vaccine wouldn't be widely available for months. And so, as you said, he called for unity. He said this shouldn't be, wearing a mask shouldn't be a political statement. He'll be the president for everyone. And he used it as an opportunity to really bring Americans together. The president-elect actually did not refer to President Trump at all in his speech, and he did not answer shouted questions from reporters about whether he has spoken to President Trump.
Ali, Biden still has 2.5 months until he potentially takes office. What is he doing in that time to prepare? He touched on it a little bit right there, obviously getting this coronavirus task force together, but do you see him kind of getting ready for anything else as well?
Yeah, so for the next 72 days, Biden is going to be continuing building his transition team. The campaign has been doing this for months now. They are actually vetting cabinet picks, and they're actually going to be presenting him with a list in the next few days of his choices. Biden describes himself as a moderate who can reach across party lines, but he faces a lot of hurdles over the next 4 years. He is facing what could possibly be a Republican-controlled Senate, a conservative majority Supreme Court. And let's not forget, this wasn't some sweeping victory for Biden. This was an extremely close race. So Biden needs to win over, or at least appeal to, President Trump's supporters to bring unity to the country. As he says, his goal from the beginning of his campaign has been to restore the soul of America. And so in his victory speech, he actually called out Trump's supporters, saying that he will stand up for them and represent them just as much as the people who voted for him. So definitely still a message of unity. We're actually just found out that he's going to be delivering remarks on the future of the Affordable Care Act tomorrow. So we're definitely seeing a lot more of him than sometimes we saw on the campaign trail. Daytona.
Ali, we heard right there, or I guess you could say we didn't hear from Biden about President Trump. Are we hearing anything from Senator Kamala Harris about the president not conceding quite yet, or these lawsuits that are likely going to be happening in several states across the country?
Yeah, well, she actually hasn't commented on this. She has stayed pretty quiet. I think she's trying to give the president-elect the attention for the time being. But one thing that relates to this briefing that they had today and relating to President Trump, she has said that she would not trust a vaccine that Trump would push. And so it's going to be interesting to see when this vaccine comes out, under a Biden administration, whether her thoughts on that and her feelings on that would change.
All right, thank you so much, Ali. Anything in particular that you have your eye on? You've been following this for a long time. It's been a crazy ride. What are you looking at?
I'm very interested to see how many, or if any, of Biden's former rivals in the 2020 race he will tap to be in his cabinet. I think it may look like a yearbook of 2020 presidential candidates alongside him to help govern, but that's what I'm kind of looking out for. That's going to be interesting to see in the next few weeks.
Yeah, we are also just playing out an update from Governor Gavin Newsom out there in California. They're going to have to replace Senator Kamala Harris as well in that state, so it should be interesting on that end as well. All right, again, Fox's Ali
Definitely.
Rafa out there in Delaware. Ali, thank you so much for your expertise, per usual.
Thanks, Daytona.
So again, we are following all of election 2020. Of course, the Fox News Decision Desk has called the race for Joe Biden. We just heard from Ali Rafa out there talking about what